Hello my lovelies, it is time for round 44 of Have I Read It? So stay tuned. Hi, hello, welcome. If this is your first time tuning in to my Have I Read It? This is one of my multiple TBR games that I do in order to help pick my TBR for the month. Or I should say, where you get to help pick my TBR for the month, or part of it anyway. So I go back and I react to a haul that I did over 3 years ago, and I tell you if I've read the book, if I haven't read the book, and if I've unhauled the book. And out of all of the ones that I haven't read that I still own, you get to vote on which book or books that I will be reading in the upcoming month. And if you want to go back and check out my previous ones, I will link that up above. But this time, like my last one, is going to be different than my usual Have I Read It, because as you can see, I am surrounded by boxes. I'm in the middle of moving into my new house, which you can kind of see a little bit, and all of my books are currently in boxes. So I have my phone here so that I can keep up with what goes into my haven't read stack for you to vote. And I'm just gonna do the best I can with editing in the future and stuff in order to make this presentable. Hopefully it works. Also, my lighting is a little bit weird because it's directly overhead. I did dim them down a little bit to maybe make it a little bit better, but we'll see. Okay, so today we are reacting to the book outlet haul December 2018 and January 2019 video. It's all in one. Hopefully it is not that bad. I was very surprised by the last one, how the majority of them I had either read or unhauled. I was very happy about that, and I only had to pick the #1 voted book. I need easy things right now because of all of this moving stuff, and I have another house that I'm having to get ready to sell. So with that being said, I have the video pulled up. I have my earbuds. Let's get started. Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome to my channel. Today I have my December and January book outlet haul for you. So stay tuned. So things have been kind of crazy around here, and I haven't gotten around to filming my book outlet hauls lately, so I'm kind of doubling up a little bit here. So I've got my December and January book outlet haul, and then later I'll do my February book outlet haul. But for now, I have one box for December and another for January. So let's get into these. I got a coupon. Yay. So it expires 3 months after. So this came in December. So I need to use this soon. Got my receipt here. Then we've got pepper, and pepper. I have some books in here that I'm very, very excited about. Okay, so the first one is Turtles All the Way Down by John Green, and I have read Turtles All the Way Down. Yay. Next. Okay, so the next book I have in here is A Poison, Dark and Drowning by Jessica Cluse. I think I've read that one. I have to check though. I feel like I did read this. I feel like I read the entire series, but I honestly am not certain. I've only marked the first one read. I don't know. I feel like I would have to refresh my memory at least on the first one. So I'm going to mark this one as unread and put it on my list. And this is sort of a historical fantasy kind of series where you have the first female sorcerer. She's like the prophesied one, but she doesn't have some ability that she should have, or something like that. Like I said, I'm gonna have to refresh my memory on the first one if I'm going to continue. But if you want me to read this, vote A Poison, Dark, and Drowning. Okay, let me get my earbud back in, and next. Okay, so the next book we have in here is The Wife Between Us by Greer Hendricks and Sarah Pekkanen. Sarah Pekkanen. That was funny. Actually, I have read this one. Well, actually, I can say I've read it, but I've also unhauled it. It was okay. I think I gave it like 3 or 3.5 stars, but yeah, I've unhauled that one. Next. Okay, next up is To Kill a Kingdom by Alexandra Christo. I have read To Kill a Kingdom. Oh my goodness. I don't want to say anything to jinx it, but I'm very happy right now. Next. Okay, next up is The Savage Dawn by Melissa Gray. I don't think I've read that, but I have to check to make sure that's not one that I've unhauled. I don't think it is. Hold on. Okay, so it doesn't look like I have unhauled this, any of it. That is the third book in this series. I haven't read any of the series, so instead of putting The Savage Dawn on my list, I'm going to put The Girl at Midnight, which is book 1. And let's see what it says about this series. Echo is a pickpocket, runaway, adopted, and raised in New York City by a race of creatures with feather for hairs and magic in their veins. The series follows Echo as she becomes involved in an ancient war and a centuries-old love and discovers startling truths about the world she lives in. Maybe I've just read that synopsis a few times, but that sounds familiar. Probably just read the synopsis. So yeah, if you want me to read The Girl at Midnight, vote for that. Okay, continuing on. And the last book in my December box is Challenger Deep by Neal Shusterman. I have not read that. I know I haven't read that, and I definitely haven't unhauled it because I love Neal Shusterman. Okay, so I pulled it up on Goodreads so I could tell you a little bit about it. It says Caden Bosch is on a ship that's headed for the deepest point on Earth, Challenger Deep, the southern part of the Marianas Trench. Caden Bosch is a brilliant high school student whose friends are starting to notice his odd behavior. Caden Bosch is designated the ship's artist in residence to document the journey with images. Caden Bosch pretends to join the school track team, but spends his days walking for miles, absorbed by the thoughts in his head. Caden Bosch is split between his allegiance to the captain and the allure of mutiny. Caden Bosch is torn. And I've heard amazing things about this book, and like I said, I love everything that Neal Shusterman writes. So I'm very excited to get to this at some point anyway. All right, continuing on. Now on to my January box. Okay, got my receipt here. Looks like I got another 6 books in this one as well. Okay, so we've got paper and paper. Sorry if there was an angle change, but my battery died. Okay, so the first 2 books we have in this box here are Dividing Eden and Eden Conquered. I have not read either of those. I think Dividing Eden is the first book. It is. It says, twins Karis and Andreas were never destined to rule Eden. With their older brother next in line to inherit the throne, the future of the kingdom was secure. But appearances and rivals can be deceiving. When Eden's king and crown prince are killed by assassins, Eden desperately needs a monarch, but the line of succession is no longer clear. With the ruling council scheming to gain power, Karis and Andreas are faced with only one option: to take part in a trial of succession that will determine which of them is worthy of ruling the kingdom. So I'm not going to read the rest of it, but if you want me to read that, vote Dividing Eden. All right, continuing on. Okay, next up is The Dazzling Heights by Catherine McGee. Okay, The Dazzling Heights, I have to look. So The Dazzling Heights is actually book 2 in the 1000th Floor series, and I wasn't sure if this was one I had read or not because I knew I had read the first 2 books, but I couldn't remember the titles in order. I have not read book 3, but that one I have read, so yay. Okay, next. Okay, the next book is Allied by Amy Tintera. I feel like I unhauled that series. I don't remember. Hold on, let me check. Okay, I don't have it marked that I've unhauled it, so I think maybe I still have the series, and I don't see something that would like let me know that I've unhauled it. I have not read any of this series, and Allied is book 3. The first book is called Ruined. And it says, the series follows 2 teens on opposing sides of a war as they rise to become leaders in their respective kingdoms while falling in love with each other. So if you want me to read Ruined, vote for that. All right, next up. Okay, so this next book is a book that I learned about from Chelsea Darling over at Chelsea Darling Reads, and it's something that she raved about like a lot and still does, and that is Summer of Salt by Katrina Leno. I have read Summer of Salt. Yay. Next. Okay, and then last but certainly not least, in this box I have All the Ever Afters by Danielle Teller, and this is the untold story of Cinderella's stepmother. I feel like I've read that, but I'm not sure. Hold on. I did read that, yay. And that was the last book. Oh my goodness. This one went so well too. I only have 5 books that are in my unread list. Well, being that I'm taking the first book in the series that I haven't read. Anyway, so the books that you can vote on, we have A Poison, Dark and Drowning by Jessica Cluse, The Girl at Midnight by Melissa Gray, Challenger Deep by Neil Shusterman, Dividing Eden by Joelle Charbonneau, and Ruin by Amy Tintera. So yay, not bad. I just have to pick the #1 voted book from this video too. Whew. Your girl needed an easy month. I really did. I needed like an easy rest of the year. I don't see that happening, but I need that. Well, comment down below which book you want me to read in the upcoming month, and I will be announcing the winners in one of my TBR videos later in the month. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, click that subscribe button down below. And until next time, remember to always be completely you. Bye.